Today I'm here to talk to you guys about Project Rise, a game that I'm extremely excited about coming from Supercell. Now this all starts 2 years ago when Clash Mini, Clash Heroes, and Clash Quest were announced that they were in production and that they were slowly going to be going into alphas, betas, and global over the next few years. Since that time, 2 of those titles were killed. Well, 3, kind of. First, Clash Quest, it had been decided that the game was just not okay. It wasn't good enough to go global. And then Clash Mini, to many people's surprise, was killed and now put as a mini game inside of Clash Royale, which to be honest, I still have not yet tried. And Clash Heroes was also killed, but it really wasn't. Throughout this video today, we're going to be looking at some footage of both Clash Heroes when that was in development and of Project Rise, which is the new Clash Heroes, completely revamped and in development now. This is what I'm excited about. I guess we could talk by speaking on Clash Heroes. I was excited for this game. I play tested this game. It was an action RPG, dungeon crawler, more single player experience. I think the game actually had quite a bit of polish for what it was. It was an alpha game and it was probably an early alpha game, and it lacked a lot of depth, but that's natural for an early alpha. You build it out and over time it will grow. But there was something wrong with this title, something that Supercell looked at and said with their big Supercell brains, this isn't good enough. This game won't make it to global. We need to make a change. 2 years later, that change is being made, and that is with Project Rise. When you look at the 2 games, you may even look at the footage and say, Clash Heroes actually looks graphically a little bit better than Project Rise. I actually think that Clash Heroes did look great, but again, early development here. We know that anything that gets to global or even beta for Supercell is going to have that Supercell polish. We have no concern there. I know, being someone that's played Supercell games for 9 years now, having started this channel playing Clash of Clans, that they put out quality every single time. That's my opinion. So how is Project Rise going to differ from Clash Heroes? Now, I want to bring in some of my experience from another game that I play, which is Diablo Immortal. I have a second YouTube channel called Echo Gaming Diablo, where I play Diablo Immortal and put out videos every day. Over there, and one of the big things that Blizzard Entertainment thinks is important is the community element of gameplay. Thinking of that, Clash Heroes didn't have that community element. There wasn't a way to play as a multiplayer experience, to run through dungeons together and have that true party friend feel. It was more of something that you would take on the couch with you for a half an hour and run through some dungeons and then call it a day. Something like Minecraft Dungeons, which is also a great game, but lacks the entire group play element. I think this is the point where Supercell said we need to make a change and we need to dive into Project Rise, a new version of Clash Heroes, a better version, rebuilt completely, still in the Clash universe, but now bringing a multiplayer experience. In the trailer announcement that we saw just a few days ago, they announced the Tower, where you're gonna need to beat stages and rise higher and higher up in the tower. This reminds me of some type of an action RPG / horde mode type thing. Different challenges that you could take on with a team of 3 in total to get to the top and to really fully defeat that tower. This is a cool concept, and I like it not only because of the progression that you have as you go up in the tower and beat the different stages, but how those stages will change, what Supercell enemies and characters you'll meet along the way, what type of rewards you get for that progression, as well as the fun teamwork element that you'll have along the way. Think about it. You could be in a clan with a couple of people and you could team up and try and take down a few new levels, upgrading your gear, getting better attacks along the way. I mean, we're talking about an action RPG right here. A game that's all about finding better gear, upgrading your gear, strengthening your character so you could take on more and more bosses and more difficult stages along the way. This is something that I consider myself an expert on. I've been playing action RPGs since the beginning of time, and I have for the last 2.5 to 3 years been covering Diablo Immortal, a mobile action RPG, every day on my other channel. So when I heard about Project Rise, I was instantly excited, and I said to myself, this is going to be the direction of this channel. This channel started as a Clash of Clans channel, and we've moved into other things over time, but now my focus is back in the Supercell Clash universe because Project Rise, I think, is going to be a slam dunk success. I think the game is going to offer something that we have never seen in the Supercell space, and something that takes a very grindy and serious type gamer that plays an action RPG and Supercellifies it. Does that make sense? They make it more friendly, more in a positive way, addicting, must-play type experience. I absolutely love the idea of this, and I think it's been something that's been missing from the Supercell space. So I'll be covering everything that's announced and anything that's announced right here on the channel as it relates to Project Rise. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that stuff. I have a question though. How does this relate and how can we compare it to Moko?